Hey, this is Walter. You know what? I wasn't going to do any weekday shows because I did actually go back to work today. Yeah, hey, folks, you might get some pointers there. I was actually out on sick leave. I'm too lazy to work, so I'm going to, basically live off of other people's income. I didn't do that. I actually needed a little bit of time off from work. I was just really stressed out. It didn't help today. I was even more so stressed out today going back to work. Hey, folks, you know what the thing I love? I think all the nutcases are in Pennsylvania, amongst other places in the United States, but I think they're kind of focused like, hey, this is a place to come, not only for more better benefits if you don't want to work, but also if you're totally a goofball or a nutball, please come here, or you're some welfare recipient wannabe. This is the place to come because, Pennsylvania welcomes idiots and morons and lowlifes with open arms in many different ways. It's an irony, too. I've been out of work for like a week and a half sick. I come back, and it's the women always. They act like these young girls, I should say. They're not even girls, they're women. But, there's this one woman at work. She got actually breast implants. She sees me. She covers up. It's like, okay, yeah, that was really... Oh, you know what, though? I'm not her type, actually. I'm not... the low-life, Neanderthals that she probably wishes to get impregnated by, because she actually does have she's a single mom, and and she's got a really bad attitude. But isn't that there was some girl in where I have, basically I made an office space, because enough of the what do you call it, on this particular floor of the building I work, they basically laid off a bunch of corporate people, and it was like, screw it, I'll take one of the desk over and just do what I need to do for work, get it all established at this desk, a cubicle, and then I'll get started, which is more than I can say for my fellow co-workers to do the same job I do, because the week and a half I was out, they just basically couldn't wait for me to come back. In fact, they didn't expect me back today, so it was shock to them that they didn't know, but I did come back. But yeah, they end up last minute, they thought I was going to be back, then they didn't think I was. They left me a shitload of work to do. So hey, it was really nice of them, but it's like one of these pathetic things that they did, that they actually tried to, at the last minute, oh my god, he's not coming in again, Walter's not coming in, we better get this done. So yeah, it's ridiculous. I work with the lowest of the lowest common denominator sometimes, I feel like, at least. Yeah, I don't put myself on a high pedestal, but with people like that, I feel like I'm Albert Einstein compared to these people. And trust me, I'm not that smart. My IQ is above 70, and not by much. Anyway, I just saw this. My friend Todd sent me a bunch of articles that were really interesting. This one in particular I really liked. It just went up. It was from Cineblend. It's the website.com. William Shatner's idea for a Star Trek 50th anniversary episode. I got to give the man credit. I mean, if he comes up with ideas, that's great. The man is older, or as old as Leonard Nimoy, but he's still alive and kicking. Wish Leonard Nimoy was. God rest his soul, but it's amazing. They were both the two main people that actually, amongst other ones, that made Star Trek actually happen. It says Star Trek originally premiered on network television back in September of 1966, which is 1 year exactly before I was born. In that time, since Star Trek has put together numerous films and TV projects and has become a cultural icon for American audiences. Next year, Star Trek will be celebrating its 50th anniversary, and lead William Shatner recently revealed that he has an idea for a special episode of Star Trek. He also mentioned that he's already pitched his new idea to Sci-Fi, I guess the Sci-Fi Channel, because it's spelled the exact same way. I won't go any further, but folks, if you want to read that, check out Cineblend website. Excuse my voice a little bit. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, folks, with the nutcases around my area. This actually hit UK. It was the UK Daily Mail website.com. And this is about a situation in Pennsylvania. That's what drives me nuts. Mother 33 convinced husband she met online to repeatedly rape her 15-year-old daughter so that she could have another baby. Misty Manchak, it looks like Machine Shock. I'm just going to say it's Machine Shock because she is I don't know, she's a mess. Of Pennsylvania is no longer able to have children. She met Gary Minchak, or whatever that name is, online. What was it called? Oh my God, folks, this website's ridiculous. She met him on onlinebootycall.com. Come on. Doesn't that tell you online bootycom? Yeah, and you were telling me that Pennsylvania's got the like high caliber people, like really intelligent people. No. He moves in with her. It states that he raped her 15-year-old daughter every few days throughout 2013 so Misty could have another child. She coached him on the best positions. Gary, 29, also sexually assaulted her 11-year-old daughter. Wow, so she had 2 kids. I mean, yeah, that's a real great mom. A great mom that probably shouldn't be breathing. The 2 girls are now in foster care. Misty, sentenced to 15 to 30 years. You know what that means in Pennsylvania for a woman. Oh, she'll probably get 3 days. Alrighty, there's more to that story. I'm not going to bother to read it because I want to go to bed soon anyway. Let me see what else. Hey, I had to put this one in here because maybe we can get some of these dirtbags and lowlifes and send them to Mars. There was an article in Weird News on the Huffington Post website. It says, Vasmar rocket, I'm probably obviously saying that wrong, could send humans to Mars in just 39 days. Well, you know what? When you get that thing going, that rocket ship, please come to Pennsylvania. Take some of these idiots with you. Take these low-life scumbags and just ship them off. I tell you, it would be a better place, at least in my area, because they seem to be like procreating quicker than the roaches at the place I work. Anyway, a new type of rocket that could send humans to Mars in less than 6 weeks instead of 6 months or longer may be one step closer to reality. It goes on to say that NASA has selected Texas-based Astra rocket company for the round of funding to help develop the variable specific impulse magnetoplasm rocket, or VESMAR. The new rocket uses plasma and magnets not to lift the spacecraft into orbit, but to propel them further and faster once they've escaped the planet's atmosphere. Anyway, interesting article. We read no more. The reason I put that in the pile was because I would love to see some of the, hey, maybe we can put our lovely government on that ship and get rid of them at the same point. I doubt that would happen, but it would be really nice. Alrighty, hey, an article. These are ones I think I actually pulled. My friend Todd really gave me some good articles, believe it or not, and I hope I didn't delete those. Not from my website, but just from my things that I wanted to read. I hope I didn't. Anyway, it says Kevin Smith reveals Mallrats 2 will be the next film he shoots. So I guess when I had spoken to Kevin Smith in person, I was like on a one-on-one. He had told me that, my next film's going to... Well, he actually mentioned to everybody at this point. But he said, my next film's going to be Moose Jaws after he was finished his second of a trilogy of films. Obviously, that's probably been put on the scrap heap. We hope. Because I think his second film was supposed to star his daughter. It sounded pretty funny, actually. I'm not drawing any names for that movie. Yoga Hosers. But it sounds like he's going right from Yoga Hosers to Mallrats. Not a bad idea. And that will probably be in addition to, obviously, doing Clerks 3. But, yeah, Mallrats 2 is in the chain of command now. Not that Moose Jaws, which was supposed to be about a killer moose, which I hope he did kind of scrap that. Anyway, it says this was actually, I don't know if I mentioned, it was on comicbook.com. After gathering most of his cast already, Kevin Smith revealed over the weekend on HollywoodBabble.on, that's his podcast, that Mallrats will be the next film he produces, once again pushing back the long-awaited Clerks 3. Okay, so I was wrong. So he's pushing this forward, and it would be Clerks 3 as the follow-up. It states saying that scheduling concerns have forced his hand. Smith nevertheless sounded excited about the prospect and drew a congratulations from his co-host Ralph Garman. Anyway, there's more to say about that besides giving some details on the production and maybe the plot. It's hard to tell if he's joking. I doubt he is, personally. Anyway, Smith said that he's still hoping to get Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice star Ben Affleck back for the film. I thought he already got him, but apparently I guess he didn't. I don't know. I thought, he's basically helped Ben Affleck and Matt Damon start any type of career they had by pushing their first film they did. So I'm surprised that Ben Affleck wouldn't come back for that. Well, I don't know. Anyway, this was posted tonight. Not coming up. There's a thing from the Norristown Times-Herald. I'm not getting it to come up. I don't know what happened, folks. You know what? I don't know if my computer's acting up, but my stories are there. So, give me a moment. I know Dead Space is not a good idea, but it's not necessarily Dead Space. Anyway, I'll just read this one next because this is actually something it was on my list. But this was one from my friend Todd. It was on PIX 11. I don't know if that's Pix 11. Anyway, it was an article. This was from California. It's got a video, which I obviously can't show. It says, video captures woman hitting a crying toddler with tablet. I know this is not funny, but hopefully if she was hitting her kid with her tablet PC, and hopefully it was an Apple, and hopefully she had Apple Care, because we'd hate to see that thing get broken. I know that's a really off-color joke, but we kind of made it on our Facebook page. I mean, because this is just ridiculous, folks. This is it looks like Victorville, California, PIX 11. This woman, it looks like it must have been in front of some type of Walmart or something like it. By the video, but it says authorities are investigating after a video surfaced that captures a woman hitting a 3-year-old child in the face with what appears to be a tablet. I don't want to make any stereotypes, but this woman was white and the child looked half African American, little kid. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, and she had blacked out windows. I mean, I don't want to make a stereotype, but it was. She kind of did it herself. I mean, she had some crappy car with that really bad tint that you can tell was pasted on there. Anyway, the video has been reviewed more than 22,000 times, uploaded to YouTube Thursday by a man who stated in the description that he started filming it was in front of a Kohl's parking lot, that he had witnessed the woman dragging the child out of the store by his hair. So it was a boy. I mean, you know what? I gotta give this guy a high five. Him and his girlfriend, I assume it was, or his wife. That these two people actually had the guts and the balls to actually confront this lady for hitting her child. Anyway, the video shows the woman later identified as a 39-year-old Yvonne I can't say her last name. I just know Yvonne because I have a woman at work who has her name, the same name, so I know how it's pronounced by looking at it. Anyway, she was putting the child in this screaming child in the back seat of a gold Chevrolet car, wiping his face, and then appears to whack the 3-year-old child in the face with some sort of a tablet PC. So the guy obviously responds back because that's, how's a little kid going to, a 3-year-old going to be able to defend themselves? So, that was one story. I don't know if that was the one that did not come up. Let me see if I can get this. story to come up. That the story that I wanted to read. Okay, this is around my neck of the woods. It was in the Norristown Times-Herald. Alrighty, I got some goofy crap on top now. Anyway, it says, man taken to hospital in reported shooting in Plymouth Meeting, like around the Plymouth Meeting Mall. The caption underneath, there's a picture. It says, ambulance rushed away from the scene of a reported shooting at a gas station in the intersection of Ridge Pike and Colwell Lane in Plymouth Township Monday, April 6th. That was today. Basically states the man was rushed to the hospital after reported shooting at a Luke Oil gas station in the intersection of Ridge Pike and Colwell Lane in Plymouth Township Monday night. So, let's see. Maybe it's worth reading a little bit more to make it more clear. A witness at the scene said they pulled into the station and saw the man lying face up halfway out of the vehicle with apparent gunshot wounds to the torso. The witness said the man struggled with the police and was handcuffed when he was placed into the ambulance. Later, a helicopter landed at Plymouth Fire Company, which I know where it is, as the two ambulances rushed from the scene in the direction of the firehouse of Colwell. Minutes later, they rushed off in the other direction, crossed Ridge Pike, and continued on to Chemical Road. I know where that was. I was there yesterday. So that was a story I couldn't get to open up, and it did now. Oh, okay, yeah, another wacko story of women, how, I hate to say it was in Pennsylvania, but this one was actually in the Huffington Post. It was marked today's date, actually, as of now, which is the 7th, and it says, judge gives teacher who had sex with a student 30 days calls her a dangle and candy. So this woman, a married woman, had sex with a pupil, a student, and she's only getting 30 days for her statutory rape, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, it says a Pennsylvanian wife, thank you, Todd, for this article, by the way. He was the one who sent it to me, and former teacher was referred to as a dangle and candy by the judge who gave her only 30 days for a statutory rape of a teen. Erica Ann Giannetti, 35, was arrested in January in Lower Moreland after police were tipped off when the victim showed photos and videos of the woman to his classmates. So this is what this kid did, who apparently had sex with this married woman who was a school teacher. Anyway, according to the court records, the photos include images of Giannetti in a bikini and others just in her underwear or a thong. The video sent to the teen showed her undressing in a sexually charged manner. The teacher and the student were in frequent contact in July of 2013, and after the two had sex in her car parked in an industrial park. It basically states that Giannetti pleaded guilty the last year to the sexual assault and the I am so sorry. This mentioning sexual explicit material. Boy, did I really fuck that one up. The maximum sentence for the two crimes was 7 to 14 years behind bars, Philly.com reports. But instead, Judge Garrett D. Page gave the woman just 30 days of jail time. And Giannetti will also be arrested as a sex offender. Dude, they give these fucking women a slap on the wrist. This is getting really old. You know what? I love to see, I hate to say it, it's not right, but I'd love to see a guy, some good-looking, decent-looking guy screw some young girl of 15, 16, and they say, you know what? You're a good-looking guy. We're going to only give you 30 days in jail. Bullshit. That's not going to happen. What do you think? Anyway, I'm just done with that story. I actually, at this point, I only have, I think, one more story to go. This was, I think, in New York, and this is PIX 11. Maybe I said that before, PIX 11. No, but this does actually say Brooklyn, so that's obviously New York. It says, brawl erupts on MAT bus between elderly man and a group of women. So the women are like these young girls, and they're beating up a freaking elderly man. Come on, folks. Brooklyn PIX 11. What started as an argument between an older man and a young woman on the bus ended up with with an all-out fist-throwing, hair-pulling brawl. The incident, which reportedly took place on an MAT bus somewhere in Brooklyn, was caught on a cell phone video and posted online by Media Takeout on Wednesday. It is not known when the incident actually had happened, apparently. The video starts as an argument between one of the young women and an older man in a red hat with a white beard begins to heat up. So it's an old man and a bunch of young girls. The woman starts yelling at the man, do something, with exclamation points. I did a really good job with that one. The man then hits the woman with a backpack, prompting several more women to jump in and start hitting the man. So yeah, you should start hitting elderly people just because you're a fucking jackass. One woman even takes off her shoe and throws it at him, and it states he is seen kicking at the crowd until he eventually is able to grab the hair of the one of the women and yanks her back. Another woman starts yelling about a knife. And it goes on, folks. This is just ridiculous. And they said this is the second incident in New York between, these vicious girls attacking people for no reason at all. They just randomly pick people and start fights. Actually, it says, I better correct myself, posted 3:28 p.m. April 6th, 2015 by, it looks like an Andrea Cavalier or something, and I can't pronounce that name, so I apologize. But you know what? Nobody's really listening to my show, so why do I even care? I'm just trying not to plagiarize somebody else's work. I try to. So don't shoot the messenger. Just look it up. I have it on my Facebook page again, folks. So just let me know. I think that's good enough for tonight because I got actually things that I have to get up. It's doing the show tonight just because I needed to vent, and this is my way of unwinding from the stressful day I had of stupidity where I work. So I'm not going to mention where that is, but I might even be doing shows when I can on my breaks. I'll just be able to do them probably mobily soon, and I'll do that. Anyway, other than that, folks, have a good night.